Hi everyone, I'm Rayanne and I currently work as a high school special education teacher. I work with students with a variety of disabilities, and the group of students I find myself working with more intensely and spending the most time with are my students with autism spectrum disorders. And I've been in my position for 6 years, and I'm really learning a lot about kids from start to finish because I have my students the entire 4 years of high school. And that time, it starts about their junior year when, the student and their parent realizes we're running out of time and we need to figure out what the next step is. That's such a scary and uncertain time for that student and their family. My career aspirations would be to eventually, either through my school or through a different agency, work with young adults and adults with autism spectrum disorders in the workplace, doing work-based learning experiences or doing ABA therapy in the workplace to support their employment. That career aspiration for me is really important to me because I want to see my students, all of my students, but especially my students with autism spectrum disorders, I want to see them meet their potential. And my biggest fear for some of them is that after high school, they're not going to go on to school, they're not going to go on to work. And many of my students graduate with high school diplomas, but don't necessarily have the skills to navigate the workplace without support. I think we all know that people with autism spectrum disorders struggle in employment. They either are underemployed or not employed at all. And with that in mind, I would eventually like to help with that transition to work and support people with autism in the workplace. But for now, I'm going to do the best I can as a high school special education teacher.